Hi, I'm Rich Story. Welcome to another Level Up Cartooning. All you ever need to follow along with me is a pencil and paper. It doesn't get any easier than that, right? So if you were with me last week, then you know lately we've been drawing a few classic cartoon scenes. We started with Daffy and Porky from Looney Tunes' classic Robin Hood Daffy. Then last week we drew Tom and Jerry in one of their classic chase poses. Which brings us to today. And well, I don't know if you could call this a classic, but today we're going to draw Family Guy's Peter and Lois Griffin dressed for Thanksgiving. That is Peter as a turkey and Lois as a pilgrim. Again, regardless if this is or isn't a classic, as a cartoonist, we all have those things we see and are compelled to draw. This is one of those for me. Hopefully it will be for you as well. Just so you know, the image I saw online didn't show either Peter or Lois's legs, but being I wanted to draw their whole bodies, I came up with what I thought they should look like, okay? Anyways, before we get started, make sure you hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button as it helps this channel to grow, and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson. All right then, let's draw Peter and Lois Griffin in our lovely little Thanksgiving scene. We're going to draw Peter and Lois step by step, giving you the secret formula to be able to draw them again and again. If you watch any of my other videos, you know I normally use the character's head to figure out how big the entire character is. In this drawing, both Peter and Lois's heads are about the same size, well, height-wise, and they're both roughly 3 heads tall. In other words, however tall their heads are, their entire bodies are 3 of those, not counting Lois's hat or Peter's turkey feather thingy. Okay, so let's draw our roadmap for our Thanksgiving Griffins. So there's a roadmap for our scene of Peter and Lois Griffin. Now before we go on to step 2, I want to give you the layout of the simple shapes for our 2 characters for those who want to screen grab. Just something to help you envision how to lay out your drawing. Okay, now we're on to step 2. In this step, we do what I call roughing out the features. I want to remind you that until the 3rd and final step, you want to draw as light as possible. You'll see that I use guidelines to help you to know where to put both Peter and Lois's eyes, noses, mouths, and some of the other things. We don't want those guidelines in the final drawing, so you want to draw them light enough to be able to erase them easily. Okay, so let's rough out the features for our Thanksgiving Griffins. Okay, so there are the roughed out features of our Peter and Lois Thanksgiving scene. So now with the roadmap done and the features roughed out, it's time for that final step. In step 3, we get to have fun. We get to draw in the final details of Turkey Peter and Pilgrim Lois. We don't have to guess where to put things because we've already done all the hard work figuring that out. As I often say, I want you to be present. And what I mean by that is you don't want to just mindlessly retrace over the lines you've already drawn. As you're drawing that final line, you want to always be thinking about how you might improve it. Stay vigilant until the very end. Okay? So let's draw in the details for a Thanksgiving pairing of Peter and Lois Griffin. And that's how you do it. There you have it. From Family Guy, Peter Griffin as a turkey and Lois Griffin as a pilgrim. So how do you think you did? Understand if you've never drawn any version of Peter and Lois Griffin before, then you cannot expect to have drawn them perfectly. You notice I don't spend time coloring our Family Guy Thanksgiving scene during this video because I want my lesson to focus solely on the drawing process. Now you have the secret formula, the process for drawing Peter Griffin as a turkey and Lois as a pilgrim. And with that, you can draw them again and again. And by all means, color them when you're done. I promise each time you draw them, it'll be a little better and a little easier. I also promise the more you work with me, the better you're going to get at all of your cartoon characters. So I'd love to see your version of our little Griffin Thanksgiving scene. If you can, take a picture and post it on either Facebook or Instagram, and don't forget to include the hashtag #LevelUpCartooning. I hope you had as much fun as I did with this one. Remember to subscribe, and thanks for joining me. Until next time, keep drawing, my friends.